Super, super excited about today's episode on the Biz Talk. Today, we are diving into the subject of negativity. This one is a huge one because I think that everybody deals with it in some capacity, no matter how naturally positive you are. Negativity can be a killer, and we're going to talk about how you can actually plow through it to keep your business thriving right now on the Biz Talk. There's literally a flavor of something on the cup of coffee you're drinking, and you're just going to go with it.
I'm going to go with it. I already put my mouth on it. So what?
You're already in. Screw it.
Totally in.
Yeah. Tracy and I just had this conversation on positivity and what it means to be positive. And she literally looked at me in the face and said, I believe I am a negative Nelly, that naturally I'm a negative person. I turned to her and said, that's 110% not true, not the case at all. So I'm very curious, Tracy, why does your perspective of yourself come as being negative? How is that even remotely possible?
I just really think I am. I mean, think about this. What does your brother say about me?
It doesn't matter. Why do I care what Greg says about you?
Well, it's someone else's perspective on me.
Why do you care what
I care what people think. Kinda.
Okay, yeah, kind of.
Kinda.
But I know you in the sense of you don't really give two shits about what people think for the most part. But this is very interesting because there's no possible way you would be working here at Young Nails in the position that you're working here at Young Nails if, in fact, you were truly a negative person. Because I'll tell you this right now, I would never be able to handle that. That's the truth. There's no effing way I could deal with it if you were truly negative day in and day out. There's no way. So it's an interesting topic that Tracy brought up of this idea of negativity, being positive, being negative, how that affects how you build a business, what you do with that, and you've built a distribution, Tracy. You built your own salon. You've had tremendous success there. You've done extremely well here at Young Nails. It's the reason why it's so interesting to me is because you think this. You really think this because you looked at me in the eye right now and you're like, no. I'm a negative person. So how do most people think of themselves out in the world? That's really interesting to me, number one. Number two, how is it possible you can have that perspective of yourself, but yet have so much success?
That's a really good question. I think here it is. I think the difference is sometimes I perceive maybe being, I don't want to say confrontational, but I kind of attack things, right?
Like playing devil's advocate?
No, like if I see a problem, maybe I see problems quicker than most people, and I see that as being negative.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like I see.
No, but continue.
Oh, well, what have I told you before? Like if you have a problem with everybody, maybe the problem's with you, right? And that's I perceive as a negative person. Like there's a negativity to that.
I think you might be confusing, like, okay. I think most things in the world, okay, let me back it up, okay? Because this is opening up huge, the floodgates. So, like, for example, when people come to me with ideas, I would say 99% of them I shoot down. Okay. I'm like, nope, 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 that won't work. I'm not into that. Nope, 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 nope.
I wouldn't say 99.
A lot of them I do. I mean,
yeah.
at one point, I think here at Young Nails, I was labeled the no man. Like, go ask the no man. He's going to say no. And it's true.
Yeah,
right?
but not so much anymore. You're very open.
Yeah, but that's because
Things have changed.
well, it depends on what you're. If you come to me with an idea of like, I think we should do this for the company, or I have my own business idea, somebody's asking for my advice, the first thing I do is I identify what are the problems and what are the issues. Like very quickly, I'm like issue, no, 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 no. I go through all of that. But the
Within
reason,
minutes.
what's that?
Within minutes.
Within minutes, I
Yeah.
do. I'm literally looking for all the things that can go wrong with it. But I am not a negative person. I am an incredibly, like, I believe I can do anything I want in the world at any time with enough work, with enough practice, and with enough open-mindedness. And I really believe that you are very similar in that sense.
You know what? I think, because I truly believe I can do anything also. Maybe it's not that I am a negative person. I think people see me as a negative person.
They might have that perspective.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to say, because I'm very much the same way. Like, as far as if I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing's going to stop me. So maybe that's it. Maybe I think people think I'm negative, and that's where I'm coming at with the whole, like,
Yeah.
if people have issues with you, or if you see a problem all the time, maybe it's you. And that's what I'm saying, is people perceive me as a negative person.
Yeah. So okay. So that clarifies it. That clarifies it. Like, and there's a huge difference, right? Because people can perceive you negatively, or people can look at you and say that's a negative person and have it all wrong. And ultimately, there's nothing you can do to correct them. You don't want to change. You're a problem solver. I'm a problem solver. That's how I go about my business, is, hammering away at what are the potential issues that can arise from a product launch, or, going on some crazy social media rampage, or.
Well, here's the thing about you. Even when you agree, you like to argue.
Constantly. No, you're right.
You love to see the whole picture.
And that's the thing, right? So I think, clarifying that difference, I think, is huge, number one. Now, let's talk about true negativity. Let's talk about people who are trying to build their businesses. In this case, we're going to talk about the salon business, but it really doesn't freaking matter, does it?
Any business.
It doesn't matter, any business. Exactly, like, why? Why are people bringing negativity to their business? I can say this, and I think you might agree with me, but you tell me yourself. You walk into a situation like, in this case, salon,
Right.
the salon business. You walk into that business negative, any business starting off negative, oh my God, this, and and you start complaining, you start looking at all the things that can go wrong. The chances of success for you are very, very, very low.
It's pretty much zero, actually, because people pick up on that really quick.
Correct.
And I think that can play itself out in a little bit of drama also. And
What do you mean?
that negativity, or sometimes I've seen it in salon where people are negative, or they're always got issues or problems, and they're feeding off that negativity in their life.
Yeah.
And clients like to hear about it a little bit, and then they shut off. You can't have that going in your life constantly.
Right.
I had a really good, not a really good experience about it, but I've seen it, a real good experience of it in my salon. And it was someone that had drama constantly. And it fed the clients for a little bit, and then they just like, how can a person be so negative or have so much drama in their life? I'm done.
Yeah. And that makes sense, right? Like, ultimately, that's your customer.
Right.
And you cannot bring that level of negativity consistently. You shouldn't bring it at all. You should be professional.
Right.
But to bring day in, day out, or week in, week out, however often you see your customer, negativity like that, they're going to be gone.
And that really applies to any business. Like, if they can sense negativity, everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
But if you're always having a bad day, people are going to avoid you.
Yeah, you cannot build a client base in any business by complaining and being negative. Ultimately, customers want to look at you as like, they want you to like guide them.
Right.
Right? You're the expert in this field. Guide me or teach me. Show me your knowledge. And it's kind of like what we do, right? I mean, we give out so much free information. We try to give and bring entertainment to our customers week in, week out. And not even like trying to do it. It's just sharing our company culture with them. But still, the editing, the cutting, the video, the shooting, it's so much work. But we're always looking to bring value, expertise on any subject matter concerning the nail business. Right. And we're not, if I got on and I was just like, today's podcast is about this sucks and I'm sick and tired of like frickin' editing. And you know what? I drove into work today. I got no sleep. And you know what? Did I mention this sucks?
And I have an hour and a half drive and I had to deal with people all day.
Oh my God.
And then someone yelled at me and yeah.
Oh my God.
And you know what? You could.
I could.
You really could.
I could seriously do that because you know what's funny? I recorded a short little video this morning, which I think is going to be the intro for Wednesday's vlog. And I woke up and I literally naturally went negative. Like my brain just went negative and it was like, I am freaking exhausted because I got 3.5 hours of sleep.
Toast.
I was toast.
Yeah.
And my allergies were kicking in. My throat was freaking hurting. And I was like, oh, look at you. Crying. Everything is so sad and so bad for you, Habib.
Poor Habib.
I went to poor Habib mode.
Yeah.
I got my butt up, got in the shower, ate, walked out the door, pulled out my freaking phone, and I was like, you know what? Nobody freaking cares.
Right.
Nobody. Literally, I was like, who am I complaining to? Nobody gives a shit. Like, I can say all these things all I want. Nobody cares. The market doesn't care. You don't care. My business doesn't care. Nobody in the world cares. So, like, I need to just shut up, get in the car. I put on some good music. I put on a good podcast. And it was like, get into a positive mindset now. And that's exactly what I did.
Stan has this saying. What is it?
Who's Stan?
My husband.
Just for people that don't know.
My husband has what is it? It's better to smile and grin. It's better to smile and grin than to tell people the state you are in. I'm like, I
love
hate
that.
him every time he says it.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
And what you said, you're only hurting yourself.
That's it. Nobody cares.
No one cares.
Nobody cares. Like, if I walk in the door and I'm complaining and I'm like, traffic sucked and da-da-da, literally, you'd be nice. I know you would. And you'd be like, oh, you would act like you're being nice. Maybe. Okay, you would.
I think we're past that point.
You would maybe like look at me and
get quiet.
Yeah, you get quiet. That's what you would do. But ultimately, you don't care. You're here, and I could walk next door and complain to people, and like nobody cares. As a matter of fact, as you know, I'm leading the organization. Like, I can't walk around sulking and like I got to get I got a business to run, dude.
Well, actually, we would care, and you know why we'd care? Because it would affect our personality.
It would.
If you came in like that, it would ruin my day.
Yeah.
And then maybe I go over to Shane or Katie or whoever, and then I'm upset with them.
Correct.
And it's this negative trickle down effect.
Correct. Getting positive, the negativity can suck you in. It really can. It's like, I am like so insanely positive and I love being positive, but still at times it can suck you in. You've got to keep positive. It takes effort. It does take effort. It takes work. And I would just say, I know Tracey and I both believe this, today, get positive. If you're in a negative mind frame or you've had a lot of things go wrong. Like we can basically sit here and say like, look, I'm sorry that that's happening to you, but ultimately you got to move.
Yeah. And I think the one thing you have to remember is sometimes we assume like, oh, Habib isn't going through anything like I've been through. I mean, I've been through a lot.
Right.
You've been through a lot. You just never know what the other person's dealing with.
Yeah.
You really don't. Maybe they just are able to put that smile on. And if you can put a smile on too, then you're just going to build each other up. But
Right.
everybody's going through something.
Everybody's going through something. Literally, I had that exact thought yesterday as I went over to Greg's house for Easter. I had my son in the car. It literally took me 2 hours to get to his house. And I was like losing my marbles, right? And then I was like, you know what? I already visualized myself walking in the door and complaining to everybody. It took me 2 hours to get here, and huffing and puffing. I told myself, I'm not going to mention this to anybody. Nobody will ever know. I'm going to walk in with a smile on my face. And I'd forgotten about it. Like, it just went away. And then my cousin brought up that they drove up from Temecula and that traffic was gnarly, and it was. And she wasn't complaining about it. She was like, oh, it was just bad. It took us a while.
Yeah.
I could have easily found that opportunity to be like, oh, I came from LA. And I was like, nope, not doing it.
Positive.
I'm staying positive.
Happy to be around the family.
Yep. And it just disappeared. That little thought, that blip in my mind disappeared. Off it went. And again, I would like to just send you off with ultra positive vibes to fend off that negativity and just really put that effort every single day to just get up and just get positive, get in that mind frame. It does take effort. It doesn't happen naturally for everybody. There's maybe a few people that are just like that.
I fight it.
Yep.
I fight it.
We all do. And so get positive. Keep that business rolling. Keep getting aggressive. Continue to grind. And we will see you next week on the Biz Talk.